This is calendar week 38 lock, and yeah, someone can maybe tell me how to get rid of these chroma camp thingy here. So I actually pay for these, but it just doesn't, like, sometimes it removes the watermark, sometimes it doesn't, out of the way. Um, anyway, so it's a bit funny, it's a bit lame that kind of I say, hey, I'm gonna start doing these weekly progress logs, and I already skipped the second one. Uh, but that's kind of an attempt to catch up with the second one. So this is week 38, and this past week, I've been working on. So basically, took a little bit of a detour from the portfolio optimization stuff. I did work on a proof of an article from someone like Brian from Twitter. We've been having an exchange of kind of different tweets here and there for like about a couple weeks about an article, and it's a series of articles that he wrote. And so basically I've been working on kind of trying to prove a couple of the points that I kind of didn't really feel like they were well represented in the paper. And then I basically came back to, so I installed Tensor Network stuff, and I think on September 20th, but I don't know if that's week 38 or week 39 already. I finally figured out that for the Tensor Network stuff, for the portfolio optimization paper from multiverse computing, I need to implement the DMRG algorithm. I think so. So that's kind of what's going to be most of week 39, I guess. Um, what I am planning to do, or what I've been kind of thinking a bit off camera that I haven't really gotten into videos, but you might have seen some of the tweets about entanglement, about like multi-way systems and whatnot. I've been digging a little bit into just just reading some of the stuff that Wolfram kind of puts out for for his physics project, where he has there's a whole thing with the multi-way graphs and multi-way systems, and he kind of goes and maps a bit like the quantum formalism to these. And there's a couple of things that I'm working on sort of on the side just to kind of prepare for a bigger project that I'm planning to start as soon as I get done with the portfolio optimization stuff, which is basically sort of a simulator of quantum circuits based on on a on a hypergraph idea, where you simulate separate qubits and then you kind of have hyper edges that represent the entanglement. Um, but I don't know. This is kind of what I've been doing a bit off camera. So not much going on this week other than like I did this paper. I mean, I learned a lot. I learned actually. I learned about the fact that it's actually worth doing these exercises. Maybe even though it just sucks a lot of the time. It sucked a lot of the time that I was planning to spend on the portfolio optimization stuff, but it really helped me um, think twice about like what does it mean to prove something like these, right? So what does it mean to prove something like you've got a paper, an idea, and what is it you're trying to prove? And even in the Discord channel, like we on the Discord server, we actually had a lot of back and forth discussions about like mathematically how would you express the stuff that I'm trying to prove, right? um, which is basically that if you're trying to compare two quantum states that you generate only with like the same gate, say like the U3 gate or a Y rotation gate that's parametrized, then you pre-calculate the parameters classically, then the swap test doesn't give you any advantage, right? Like you're just better off comparing the ankles because at the end of the day, the obvious proof of that would be that the swap test kind of returns one or probability 100% of measuring zero, only for those cases where the states overlap completely. And well, if you're generating the states with the same gates, the same type of gate, um, just with different parameters, then kind of that comparison will really only be equal when the parameters are the same, like sort of the pairs. If you kind of compare, if you're doing a comparison of two states, each state has maybe 3 qubits or 5 or whatever. So it was actually interesting, and then I kind of got to put into practice some of the SymPy and some of the NumPy that I've been learning as well on the go with the multiverse computing papers. I was happy with these. So that's it basically. Yeah, kind of slowly, I think, moving forward with the portfolio optimization. I really want to get these done because I want to kind of have done the full spectrum. So I did a bit of the Cubo stuff. I'm doing the Tensor Network stuff, and the next step is the variational algorithms. But I think that shouldn't be like super complicated. We'll see. And then I'll make a nice project summary for these. Yeah, and I think that's it for week 38, to be honest, and kind of, putting my head already towards thinking about the the stuff that I want to do in Christmas. Oh, and by the way, I'm really moving forward with the with the planning of season two for the Turn the Commutes Off show. It's going to be something a bit different, so expect some sort of announcement soon on these. It's going to be fun. It's definitely going to be fun.